What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to this video. So today we're actually going to talk about something that a lot of people want to know when they get into Amazon FBA for the first time. Um, Usually when people jump in, they're ready to go, they're ready to spend their money, they're ready to invest, whatever it takes in order to get their first product in and to start killing it on the Amazon marketplace. However, especially in 2018 with all these new softwares, all these different giveaway services, costs can be a little bit more than you might think. But I don't want you guys to get discouraged in this because a lot of the costs are basically the result of getting your product onto the marketplace and being able to rank your product, which is, most if not half of the whole entire Amazon FBA game. So the first thing, of course, is the product launch. All right. So not the product launch, the product cost. So usually what people pay is anywhere from, I don't know, 50 cents to all the way to $2 to $3 for each piece that they get, for their units. Of course, this varies a lot when it comes to different products that you find. Some might be as light as this and cost like, I don't know, 10 cents or 5 cents to make, as opposed to something that's really heavy, like I don't know, like a coffee mug or something that's a pound or a pound and a half. That's going to cost a little bit more in order to manufacture. And a lot of times what people don't factor in is the actual shipping cost for it. Shipping costs can actually cost even more than the actual product itself when it comes to the amount of kilograms that the batch that you ordered weighs. So getting the inventory in, I'm just going to throw out an example. Let's say you want to get, I'll use my old product as an example. Let's say I get 420 pieces. I think I paid $1.20 for each piece, and it was relatively really light. It was probably like, I don't know, a third of a pound or a fourth of a pound. So the shipping wasn't too bad. Usually what you can do in order to calculate the air shipping is take your get the total amount of kilograms that your whole entire batch is. So ask your suppliers, be like, I want to get 420 pieces. How much does this weigh in total in kilograms? Usually you'll be able to figure out just off of their product listing when you go on Alibaba. But you can calculate that by multiplying the $4 to $5. We'll say $5 in this case times the total amount of kilograms, and that'll be the more or less the total amount of air shipping that you'll be spending for your product to get to from China all the way to Amazon FBA facilities. So that plus your inventory, that's going to be anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 to maybe even $2,000, depending on how much your product weighs, how much the actual cost it is to manufacture your product. But guys, you don't have to do air shipping if you don't want to. You can do freight shipping. However, it does cost less. However, it takes much longer and it's more of a headache because you have to go through these different like freight forwarders or these inspection people or something like that, and it's just a whole different headache in my opinion. So just do air shipping, guys. It's much faster. I mean, of course you're paying more, but it's more efficient when it comes to running your business in the long term. But yeah, that's just the first part. So let's just say we're gonna spend around 420. Say I get 420 pieces, and then each one costs $1.20. So that's $504, right? And then the shipping cost, let's say, let me think. Let's say shipping cost is around, I'd say 40 kilograms or something like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing this one out there because usually air shipping is pretty expensive. I don't really know how exactly how to convert the pounds to kilograms right now. I'm not going to go up and search that because this is just for example purposes. So 40 times. So that'll be around $200 for air shipping for 420 pieces, I believe. Um, hmm. Yeah, so that'd be roughly around $700. And this is for a product that's relatively light, so you don't have to worry about you having to spend too much on air shipping. That's why you don't want to get into products that are around a pound or over for each unit. Um, because even after you spend all that money for air shipping to the United States, and then plus the manufacturing costs, you'd also have to consider the Amazon FBA fees for storage and for the giveaways and all that other stuff. So that's just the first part. So let's just say you're spending anywhere from $700 to $1,000. Um, no, actually, let's put 1,200 because it's just depending on how much your product weighs and then how much it costs to manufacture. So everyone's going to be different. So it can cost anywhere from that to that. So once you get it to the Amazon FBA facility, um, that's when you have to worry about the storage costs. I can't really break that down too much. I believe my storage costs were around like $100 when it got to the facility. Um, then the next thing is the product launch. Product launch is usually what people don't they don't really consider when it comes to getting to Amazon FBA. It can throw a lot of people off, and the best way to consider this and the best way to understand what you're going to be paying is basically go off the Amazon FBA fees when it comes to doing giveaways for your product. Because what I forgot to consider about like 2 months ago is that doing these giveaways is great. You're going to get your product ranked, you're going to surpass the competition. However, you have to pay the FBA fees that go along with that. So you're getting your product away for free. Let's say you give away, I don't know, 150 units, and the shipping is like, I don't know, shipping, FBA fees, I don't know, let's say $5. So you have to consider that. That'll be 150 times 5. That's $750 just from doing the giveaways alone. So that can be a problem for a lot of people. And a lot of people don't really consider that getting into Amazon FBA. A lot of people, they just think that they can buy the product, get it manufactured, ship it over, and then that's it when it comes to fees. A lot of people just walk over that; they don't really think about it, but that's definitely something that you want to consider. That's why it's really important to pick products that are not oversized or don't cost a lot to manufacture. So yeah, that's it for the product launch and product cost. Um, and overall, let's not be conservative here. Okay, let's just say it costs $1,200 just to manufacture and get your product all the way to the United States or to the Amazon FBA facility. So $1,200 plus $750. And then let's say you're using viral launch. Doing these giveaways, you can do them for free. However, it's kind of inconsistent if you're using FB or you're using Amazon product giveaway groups, because let's say you have to give 20 or 25 units away a day in order to rank your product or in order to get right next to the competition. That means you're gonna have to sell consistently, 20 to 30 units a day in these Facebook groups, and that's kind of hard to do. That's why there's services out there like Viral Launch. Um, Viral Launch is 350 bucks. Um, it's really 400, but if you go on different YouTube channels and find these coupon codes, you can use those and get it down to 350 bucks. But from what I've heard, they are really good at what they do when it comes to giveaways and all the other stuff. They provide other services like product keyword research. I think they do reviews too, and I think they do um, what do you call that? They can like figure out your PPC and all the other stuff. So Viral Launch is 350 bucks. You have to consider that too if you want to do it. I'm doing it right now because I think it's a very good tool and I think it's a worthy investment because they do guarantee that they'll get those giveaways and they'll that they'll do their job right and get your product on the coupon marketplace or whatever. They have like this big marketplace where they can throw your product up there with the coupons and they just have a whole bunch of people on there buying products. So you basically wouldn't have to worry about not reaching your goal when it comes to selling a certain amount of units each day. So yeah, that's a Viral Launch, and then on top of that, you have to consider PPC. So usually, how this works when you do your product launch, like I mentioned in a previous video, a combination of heavy PPC and a combination of the giveaways is what really ranks a product. So your PPC is probably going to be around, I don't know. You usually want to do giveaways plus PPC for around, I'd say 4 to 5 days. So that's going to be for PPC. That's probably going to be another like 60 bucks somewhere around there. So once you get that taken care of, of course that's going to add on to the overall cost. Now guys, this is like literally all the costs together when it comes to being able to, from step one to getting your product sent over to the United States, getting it manufactured, and then to actual doing the product launch. So let me see here. Let me just add up everything for you guys. We're not going to be conservative here. So let's say it's 1,200 bucks, right? Shipping, FBA fees for giveaways plus 750 plus PPC plus Viral Launch. So from start to finish, you're going to be spending around $2,300. A lot of people, when they see this, they're going to be like, "Oh crap, I can't get into this now." Just think to yourself, okay, you can invest this money. You can do it. Okay, you can work the hours. You can find a way to get this money because once you get your product from A to B, once you get your product from China to the United States to the Amazon FBA facility, that's good. You spent the what do you call it, the initial investments to get your product overseas. You finish the first part. Now you can just let it sit in the FBA facility while you try and figure out how you're going to make even more money in order to do the actual product launch. That's okay if your product sits there at the Amazon FBA facility. Of course, you're going to be charged some fees and all that other stuff, but it's not going to be too much. You gotta remember, you don't have to rush into this stuff. The first, it's a 50% and 50%. Like getting your product manufactured, sent over to the FBA facility. That's the first 50%. The other 50% is the actual product launch, and in between those, you shouldn't be rushing. You shouldn't be trying to just get your product out there. Just trying to make money, make profit, all that. No, guys, you gotta take your time with this. Because in between those two times of the product launch and getting your product overseas, you can be working on the listing. You can be working on getting those initial reviews. You can be working on figuring out what type of pictures and all that other stuff, your description, all that stuff. And while you're doing that, you could be working at the same time and trying to get that money for the product launch. So guys, this is going to take probably let's not be conservative. Let's say you're ordering like 500 or 400 units or something like that, and it takes like a month to manufacture. So you take that month. After that month, you get it over to the Amazon FBA facility, and then you have to make even more money to do the product launch, which takes like let's say 2 to 4 weeks. That's around 2 months. But guys, that's just based off your financial circumstances. A lot of people don't consider this when they get in, and then you also have to consider like doing jump send and all that other stuff. And guys, you can take literally, you don't need viral launch if you don't want it. Um, you don't need things like jump send. You don't need the everyone's fees are going to be different. So these different tools, I wouldn't say you need them, but they're going to help you in the long run, and they're going to help you when it comes to getting your product out there. It's a very efficient way. That's why these services cost a lot of money. But I think it's an initial investment. I think it's a really good investment in the start. And only in the start is it going to cost a lot of money to do this stuff. After that, of course, once you start selling, 1,000 units a month, you're going to be spending all your money is going to be going towards the inventory, not trying to relaunch the product. And then, of course, you profit off of that stuff too. But yeah, guys, that's basically it for what I wanted to cover in this video. That's just the general gist of what it is. Like all in all, $2,000. It's gonna be around there somewhere for your in total cost. So yeah, that's basically it for this video, guys. Hope you guys got something out of this. And try to comment and tell me what you guys want to see next. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.